Good day everyone. We will discuss about replicating stored procedure execution as part of transactional replication. Maintaining the flow of transactional replication becomes particularly challenging when replicated tables undergo significant transactions such as bulk loads, large-scale updates, or extensive deletions. These substantial transactions can lead to significant latency problems in transaction replication, potentially disrupting the replication process and requiring its termination or reinitialization. We will delve into a potential solution to address this issue effectively. Let's get started. So as far as the environment is concerned, JBS Wiki instance is the publisher and the local distributor, and JBS Wiki slash JBS is our subscriber server. Please note that both these instances are on the same database server. This is just to uh, show you like how we are going to replicate the stored procedure execution. So I'm not going to use a separate database server for subscriber. Yeah. So right now let's look at the replication here. So this is the publication, and we have 4 articles added to it. Let's make sure like the replication is working fine. So if you see here, the publisher to distributor, it has gone through, and distributor subscriber also it has gone through. Total latency is 5 seconds. Everything seems to be working as of now. Yep. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to update this particular table called table 1. Before that, let me start the profiler trace here. Yep. And then what we'll do is like, let's execute it. And then what we'll do is like, we will check how long is it going to take for this transaction to go to the subscriber server. Yeah. So we have close to 1.5 million rows on this particular table. Yeah. Once this transaction goes through, let's have a look on like how long is it taking. Okay. So it takes close to 22 seconds. Time is 1:06 p.m. Yeah. So let's note it down as 1:06 p.m. Yeah, just to understand how long is it taking. Yeah, let's first look at maybe like let's put a tracer token here, and then if I look at the log reader agent, what I'm seeing is like it is basically scanning through the transaction log and then basically moving the data across. The command count is close to 5 lakh, yeah, 500,000. And if you see here, it updated close to 1.5 million, 15 lakhs 43,528. Yeah. So both the profiler traces are running. Yeah. And if you see here, let's look at the execution here and then see if yeah, if you see here, this is the column 3 is equal to 607, update table 1. Yeah, 607. So it is definitely executed. Now let's wait for this to complete. So what about the tracer token? Tracer token still has not passed through. Yeah. So let's wait for it. It's gonna take some time for sure. Yeah, it's like 1.5 million, so it's gonna take its own time. So thing to note is like on the publisher server, this is a single statement that got executed. Yeah, it's a single update statement that got executed. Now let's look at once it goes to the distributor. So now if you see here, it took close to 1 minute 16 seconds for from the transaction log to the subscriber server. Yeah, sorry, not the subscriber, so the distribution database. Now from the distribution database, things are moving to the subscriber server. So this is done. The transaction is completed. Now let's execute this. Let's check this, and then if you see here, what we are able to see is like the there are so many update statements. This is the update stored procedure of the transactional replication on the table 1. So one transaction, one update statement that got executed on the publisher server basically updated close to 1.5 million. And what is happening on the subscriber is like this one transaction that happened on the publisher server is getting propagated to the subscriber server as 1.5 million execution of this stored procedure. So if you read it, if you have that much patience, you can maybe read it, or you can export it to table, and then you can do a count star of the statement. You will be able to see the same number of execution here for this update statement. Yeah. So right now this got completed, and if you see here, we would have seen that. So if you see here, from the transaction log to the distribution database, it took close to 1 minute 16 seconds, and from the distribution database to the subscriber, it took close to 1 minute 29 seconds, which is close to 2 minutes 45 seconds, roughly 3 minutes. Yeah, so roughly 3 minutes. So it took close to 3 minutes. Yeah. Now this is 1.5 million, but what if it is going to be 15 million or 100 million? One thing is like you can remove the article, complete the transaction, and then you can add it back, or you complete the transaction. If you feel that there is a latency issue, you can reinitialize the subscription. But the problem is like, how do you go about solving this problem, because you can't remove the article and add it back every time, and you may not know that. For example, an application team sometimes can tell you that they are going to do a major change, and there is high possibility someone can propagate the changes without updating the DBA team. In those cases, what can happen is like there is a high possibility the replication can come down. At least like you will see this scanning through the log. There is high possibility there will be huge latency and things like that. So to avoid that, what we can do is like we can use the update statement, whatever update statement that we have done. We can do it using a stored procedure. Yeah. So I have this stored procedure called sp underscore table one underscore update. Yeah. And we have this update statement inside. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is like I'm going to first change the add the stored procedure into the article. Okay, let's go to our publication properties, and then go to the snapshot, go to the articles, and then uncheck this, and then let's check this particular guy. Yeah, the stored procedure, and then let's click on it. I'm going to use this option, execution of the stored procedure. This is what I'm going to use. Let's click on OK. Let's click on OK one more time, and then let's apply the snapshot agent. Yeah. Let's wait for the snapshot agent to complete. Okay, so the snapshot agent is completed, and then the stored procedure has been moved. Yeah, if you see here, inserted schema command for article stored procedure, this one into distribution database, and it is moved across to the subscriber server. Okay, now what we'll do is like we will execute this particular stored procedure. Yeah, so I'm using a begin tran, and then I'm going to execute the stored procedure. Okay. So for that, let me stop the profiler trace and start it on either side. So here we saw like 1.5 million execution of this stored procedure. Now let's see what happens. Yeah. And what we'll do now, let's go ahead and execute this stored procedure. Let's wait for this guy to complete, and then we will immediately insert a tracer token. Yeah, as soon as this completes. Usually takes close to 22 seconds. Let's see, is it going to complete a little early or going to take more than 22 seconds? Let's watch out. Exactly 22 seconds. Let's put an insert tracer token. Yeah. Now let's see if we can capture the execution here somewhere. Okay, so here it is. So we have executed this 8324. If you see here, it has updated the same number of rows, 1.5 million or 15,43,528. Yeah, 8324. See this? Just one statement. Now let's look at the. So if you see here, this is not taking 3 minutes. Yeah, it is just completed in 14 seconds. And why is that? If you see here, this time I did not execute, that is in a sense, the I in a sense that the distribution agent did not execute 1.5 million replicated, transaction replication related update stored procedure for table one. Instead, we replicated the stored procedure execution. So what happened is like we moved that execution directly and it got executed. So see the major difference here. Yeah. So previously it took close to 3 minutes. Now it is just 14 seconds. Yeah. If you see here, it took 3 minutes and now this guy just took 14 seconds. There's a huge improvement. A huge improvement is not just the amount of time it took to propagate the changes onto the subscriber server, but also like the amount of commands that it is going to store in the distribution agent, and then amount of commands that would be relayed across the network to the subscriber. All these things will be like reduced if you utilize this particular method. Yeah. So this way, even a huge update, delete, insert, whatever you guys are doing, if you can do it via a stored procedure, it's going to be really, really fast, and you will completely avoid this replication latency and reinitializing or dropping the article and things like that during the business hours or whatever it is, and you will be able to solve this problem once for all. Yeah. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Jai Hind.